Buddy, Titleist dropped GT 280.
280.
And now we have Callaway, just coming in hot in the driver category. Oh, we're going to have to delete that. That was terrible.
G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Fully Equipped. Got Wade Maroun here and Kris McCormack to my right. Kris, how are you, my brother?
Back in the studio, man.
Back in the studio. It's always good having you back in the studio. I don't like seeing you through a computer screen. It's not as fun.
No, and we got our show hijacked last week.
We did.
Johnny and Charles took over. They were the talking heads that were talking all things tour, and that was a cool episode.
It was. I listened to it. I watched it. I listened to it on YouTube and watched it on YouTube. I really enjoyed it. Two of those guys are super knowledgeable. They know everything they're talking about. It's cool getting Charles's thought process being a tour player, how he looks at equipment, how he likes to hit it. And honestly, I was just listening to it every time Charles was talking about wanting to test everything. I just kept thumping the table going, one of us. He's just much better at golf than all of us are and can do it for a living.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit better.
But I thought it was really, really good. And I definitely think that whether they create their own podcast or that's like a good, in and out on the Fully Equipped side of things, I definitely think that's something that should keep happening.
Is there room for 4 voices? Or is that just overkill?
I think there's room for 4 voices. I just think it can also be overkill. I think the hardest part about for the listener is not having everyone in a studio, because that's the hardest part I found. Like while you're on the road and when we had Johnny on via satellite, you just don't know when to enter. You know what I mean? Because you don't know whether they're stopping or not, because you can't tell. Because there's a bit of a lag and what have you. But I thought the podcast was awesome. I thought it was really cool how they went back into the dark ages of time, showing their age and talking about, Big Bertha when it arrived and all of that kind of stuff, and the ping-zings and all of that stuff. I thought it was really, really cool. And I just thought it was really cool hearing Charles talk through how he very rarely changes anything, but goddamn, he loves to hit everything.
Well, absolutely loves to. And like you said, one of us loves to test, loves to tinker, loves gear, and just through and through a degenerate like we are, which God bless him.
Yep, 100%.
And now last week he was on the show and he was talking about gear, and now this week he and Johnny are down in Miami at the Live event and Trump Doral and just having a blast of a time.
Probably heading to the bird cage tonight.
And dude, there's been so many. I don't know if you're watching all of the content that Johnny's posting on the Fully Equipped channel from all of the gadgets and gizmos and goodies, because Liv doesn't have the big equipment contracts that the PGA Tour does. So the stuff that he is finding in bags is just cool.
They can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't have to answer to anybody.
Yep.
Even if they did, those guys got the big paycheck. So they can play what they want, when they want, where they want, and they don't really have to answer to anybody. So
yeah, the stuff that he posted that really kind of tweaked my attention the most was DeChambeau stuff.
Yeah.
The LA golf irons, and
those are so cool.
So cool.
Right?
Yeah. And even he said, like, when we were texting about it, is like they're even better in real life. Like in regards to look and what have you.
Yeah, absolutely. They look cool. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid with the tech.
Okay.
And I want to test it. I want to get my hands on some. I want to hit it. I want to see what the numbers look like compared to irons that I've played that I'm really comfortable with the numbers on. But as somebody that doesn't necessarily hit the center of the face as often as I would like, I'm really curious to see just what it does downrange.
I can't remember the name of the iron company that Bryson was playing when he won the US. Do you remember the name of it? It's a D2C company, I think. But it had a lot of bulge and roll in the face. Do you know if the LA golf irons that he's playing have bulge and roll in it as well?
Yeah. Looking at the pictures, I would say that there is a healthy amount.
Got it.
And that was his whole design with the LA golf driver, was depending upon what kind of speed bracket was a determining factor in how much bulge and roll was on the face, right?
Yeah.
So I'm anxiously awaiting the opportunity to hit these things.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to call somebody. I need to reach out. I need to get my hands on them, because my little gear addiction is just sitting there and twitching and going, I want to know what it does. I want to know what it does.
LA Golf, please help Kris out. He's waking up in cold sweats every day.
I'm rocking back and forth going, I want to touch it. I want to hit it. I want to see what it does. That's all right. Talking about me having a twitch, we got to play golf last week.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And I have disclosed my personal struggles with chipping and pitching and anything that is not a full swing with a wedge. And I mean, just to paint an accurate picture for anybody out there listening, I mean, you think about Charles Barkley's struggles when he was going through like the Haney project and this just mental hitch that he had to the point of like laying sod on a full swing. And that is basically where my current mental state is with a wedge. So, set the stage. Wade and I were in the middle of our round of golf, and we get into this situation to where I was short-sighted.
It's a par 5.
Yeah, par 5.
Dogleg right. He was short-sighted behind a bunker, greenside bunker.
Yep. And green was sloping away from me. In addition to being short-sighted, and had this weird like little downhill side hill lie. And I mean, it was only, how far would you say that shot was?
It was like a 15-yard.
Maybe. Yeah. Needed to fly at 10.
Yep.
Just over the trap and hopefully land it somewhere in the fringe and kill it a little bit. So that shot, while some people out there are going, oh yeah, no problem, I got that. This is something that for me, I'm going, okay, I'm either going to chunk this into the bunker and then be pissed off to the point to where the next one is inevitably going to be airmailed over the green and into the water, or I'm going to hit this directly in the forehead and scull it across the green, down the hill, and into the water regardless. So I take, I don't know, conservatively 17 practice swings, just trying to find low point.
That is not part of his usual routine, ladies and gentlemen.
No, definitely not. So I hit this shot and I pull it off, and Wade immediately chimes in with commentary. He was watching this whole thing kind of unfold. And what was going through your head, Wade?
I was watching you go through this and staying very silent, not saying anything, just watching. I was also very mindful to not get in anywhere near what could have been a ball flight issue.
That's fair.
And let the person know that we were playing with to kind of back away a little bit as well.
Also fair.
But I did that without you hearing because I didn't want to upset you. I noticed the amount of practice swings that you went through. And then when you hit the shot and you hit it really, really well, I congratulated you with so much adulation by saying I saw how much of a mental struggle you were going through when you were trying to pull this shot off. And I'm just so happy that you pulled it off. And you had the biggest shit-eating grin on your face. And it's been a week and you're still talking about it.
Yeah, I mean that was a little victory for me, man.
Yeah. That felt like an albatross to you.
It did.
Yeah.
It totally did. I mean, I walked away with par. And I don't even remember if I made the putt or not.
I don't even remember either because you made the chip.
Yeah,
that's all that mattered.
Yes, that little shot. There was so much relief after I executed that shot. There was just this.
There was so much mental struggle he was going through, guys. Like I can't explain it. Like I know Kris so well, and I can tell your mannerisms. And you took your first practice swing and then backed away, and I could see you in your head going, please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. Okay. And then took another practice swing. But yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so it was great. It was a great shot. I don't know if we've exercised the demons, but we've taken one step towards it.
Yeah. I mean, we're making progress, and that's all that we can ask for.
But no, it was a fun round as well. I think we both shot 1 or 2 over on the day.
Yeah, I think we finished up 73.
Yeah, so it was good. It was a good day. I had a shocking front 9. You had a good front 9. I had a really good back 9, and you had a shocking back. Not as good back 9 as the front 9.
I had a very boring back 9.
Yeah.
I had 1 birdie, 1 bogey, even par.
Yep. I think I had 3 birdies and 1 bogey on the back.
Yeah, that was my front. I hit the ball pretty well on the front 9.
Yeah, you did.
But made some putts.
Mm-hmm. You did, man. You made a lot of putts. You You were rolling the TaylorMade Spider, right?
I had in the bag this week. Yes, I had the Spider counterbalanced that I just did some tinkering with. Was messing with
Change
some
grip.
lofts and lies. Yeah, I made a grip change and was doing some tinkering with it. And man, I rolled it pretty well.
Do you play with a weight in the butt or no?
Nope.
In your counterbalance?
Nope.
You use the grip?
The grip was heavy enough. I have a little bit of a trimmer on my right side, so I like something that is very, very head heavy. It just helps me kind of feel it through transition.
Yep.
Stabilizes.
And that's what counterbalance does, right? It makes the head feel heavier.
For me, yeah. So most people will counterbalance it and put a heavier weight plug up above the hands. I usually will take that 37, 38 inch putter, pull the weight out of it, and then still use the 400 plus gram head.
Yeah.
And then just throw the grip rack on it. So I like a really, really heavy head.
Nice.
And I'd been rolling a Bettinardi antidote and been rolling it really well, and picked it up when I was down in Florida and love that putter.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, gear sicko.
That's what we do.
It was spur of the moment decision, walking out of my garage and kind of like glanced over in my treasure trove of goodies and was like, I'm going to play this today. And threw it in the bag. And because I had been, like we said, tinkering with it a little bit. So I took it out to the course, rolled it really well. Is it going to stay in the bag? Who knows?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. The ever evolving door in both of our bags is going to be putter, unfortunately.
Facts. I have a few that I really like. I mean, that definitely goes into the pile of putters I really like.
Yeah.
Love the shape of the antidote. Love the shape of my Innova 6, also a counterbalance putter. And I mean, those three, so 2 Bettinardis, 1 TaylorMade, are in the rotation. And I mean, I could put any of those putters in the bag and feel confident and have success with them. Yeah. I like all 3 of those.
Nice. That's awesome. Speaking of putters, I just got a new putter this week.
I saw it.
I got a putter from Carrie Le Josie out of Melbourne, Australia. So really cool that, I found this putter builder back home because I didn't start playing golf until I moved to the States. And his build shop is only around the corner from where I grew up, which is kind of cool, down in Melbourne, Australia.
Le Josie.
Le Josie, Lajosi. Lajosi. So his first name is Carrie, Kari, but he is a incredible putter builder. And if you haven't seen the putter, go to my Instagram page and check it out. I think it's also might be on the Fully Equipped Instagram page. I built it up yesterday and started rolling it in my backyard. It is so pure. It's a long neck. It's called the Maven in their series.
The Maven.
But it's basically like
Le Josie Maven.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I would say it's like similar to a 7 shape.
Yep.
Probably if the ping tine and a 7 had a kid with each other. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, having seen pictures of it, haven't seen it in person yet.
Yep. It's in the car, so I can show it to you after the show. But it's like if a ping tine and a 7 had a baby with each other size wise, they put a Terillium insert in the front and did some milling on it.
Yeah.
To help with ball roll because we know I've got an issue with hitting up on the ball.
Sure.
It's super duper heavy, which I love. And then something that I've never seen before on a mallet is the sole. The sole has like a.
You said it was almost like a tri-sole,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's like a tri-sole. It's really hard to explain. As I said, I've got it in the car, but I'll show you the quick photo of it just so you can kind of see it.
Did you post pictures on our social channel?
I did, but see that.
Oh, super cool grind.
It's like a tri-sole kind of a thing. But yeah, just beautifully done. It feels incredible. It feels so well put together, so stable. And I cannot wait to get it out on course and see what it does. But the roll on it feels super duper pure. But I think there is something to talk about there in regards to putters. I think a lot of people think that with putters, it's like the major guys and what have you. But there is so much that you can do with putters now.
For sure.
With those bespoke companies like a Le Josie or even an Embrace Putters with Liam over at Embrace Putters.
Liam's awesome. He does some amazing. If you guys don't follow Embrace Putters and seeing what Liam does with, I mean, some of the most popular putters, some of the most popular designs, the custom elements that he's able to add.
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
And then the beauty of working with these kind of companies is that you can get it to exactly what you want. Like the beauty of like what you're playing right now with the Spider is their face technology. You can't get that anywhere else. That is just tailor-made through and through.
Sure.
But if you're someone that likes a milled putter that has very specific needs and wants, like I need 5 to 10 to 15 degrees of toe hang. Like I need very little toe hang, but I like looking at a plumber's neck. So working with these kinds of guys to get a long plumber's neck in there, which helps that balance point out, which makes it more a face balance. Like you can't do that with off the rack stuff. So it's kind of cool to be able to work with these bespoke guys to get built out exactly what you want.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many different components that go into just finding a putter that checks all those boxes, right? And I mean, visual perception, like we've talked about 100 times, is so personal to the individual. And being able to go to somebody like that, whether it's the Liams and Embrace or like Le Josie, like you were saying, and talk to the craftsman, the artist that is actually creating the shape and the coloration and the optics that you're wanting. I mean, it's a very nice personal touch.
Yep, I agree.
I know you were talking about feel. What do we have on the table here?
We got some Golf Pride Align Max grips, Christopher.
Yes, sir.
It is the brand new Align grip. It's been out for what, like 4 or 5 weeks now, I want to say. The Align rim at the bottom is 25% larger than the previous model. I've actually had a chance to hit it a couple of times, and what I will say, that 25% extra
noticeably
noticeable.
Noticeably different.
And it really does help set up a lot more, I've found. I do think it would be really cool to do that test that Johnny was talking about, where it's like let's put an Align grip on something and let's do the same club without an Align grip to see what that flight path looks like if there's any change. But yeah, no, with the Align grip, they're going to say that consistency is always going to come out from it. It does help you get to where you need to go hands wise, and I really like the look of it as well. I like the new black and gray look.
Yeah, the contrast is nice for sure.
I think it's really, really cool. So yeah, the new Align Max comes in 2 sizes, comes in standard and mid. And yeah, I can't wait to kind of give this a really red hot go and see how it goes. But go to golfpride.com if you want to learn more about the Align Max grip. That's golfpride.com. And you can check out more about the 25% larger ridge on the Align Max.
Nice. Love it.
So, Kris, we have had some releases this week.
Buddy, Titleist dropped GT 280. And now we have Callaway, I mean, just coming in hot in the driver category. Oh, we're going to have to delete that. That was terrible. That hurt my ears. I don't know about that whatsoever. But Elyte family, growing a little bit.
Yep.
They are taking the highly coveted Triple Diamond Max. They're bringing it to the masses. They're listening to the people. And Triple Diamond Max coming in hot. The Triple Diamond TD also coming to the family. TD, yeah, Triple Diamond TD. So adding a draw component to the Triple Diamond family. And then they also have Mini Driver.
Yep.
So this week, I mean, if you are still in the market for something to add to the bag in the long game, I mean, there's some really cool stuff that is coming this week, and then also coming in the next coming weeks. We can't divulge too much information about that, but there are some long game additions that are coming down the pipeline. And I mean, this week had an opportunity to do some testing over at TrueSpec with some of the mini drivers, and just shot a video with the new GT 280, new Elyte Mini, and then also an offering from our friends at TaylorMade.
Yep, the new one.
The new TaylorMade mini driver offering. So can't discuss too much about the tech yet. We're still under embargo with that. But I mean, hitting these 3 mini drivers side by side was really interesting because every single one of them was significantly different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from a start line perspective, a launch, a spin, and the ball speeds were all very comparable.
Yep.
But there was enough separation from the launch and spin characteristics that I did some testing with Alex Carbone over at TrueSpec, and then also with Sam Kim. And Sammy can absolutely move it.
He can.
I mean, he is just Adonis when it comes to producing speed out of a not so big package.
Nope.
I mean, he is a just speed machine.
Yep.
And we were cruising around that 115 to 117, and he wasn't going after it. I mean, this is just smooth speed. And when he turns it on, I mean, he can get up close to that 140, 150 mile an hour club head speed.
It's wild.
He cracks 200 miles an hour ball speed and absolutely bombs it, and controlled. Like, knows where it's going, which is even more impressive.
See, I can't remember. Does he play a cut or does he play a draw?
Prefers a little cut for control, but I mean, when he's trying to get it out there, he can turn it over, cut some spin, and just send it.
And what shaft was he playing in these when you were testing them out? I noticed I just covered my mouth when I said that. What shaft was he playing in these when you were testing?
So he was playing the new Bellicor Plus Ventus Black.
Okay.
So in a
6X?
8X.
8X.
Yeah, 8X.
I'm not that guy, pal.
No, me too neither. But in testing, it was really, really cool. So the Titleist, the GT280, is more of like a 2-wood. Now, I know you had an opportunity to do some testing with it. We were in Carlsbad. You did your own video that we posted out on our social channel just from what you experienced. And the new face tech that they have in it, and the amount of, or I should say, the lack of sole radius, where it's a much flatter leading edge, makes it very, very user-friendly off of tight lies. And you can hit it off the turf and much easier than some of the other types of mini drivers. But I mean, this thing was a rocket ship. It was the lowest spinning, it was the lowest launching, and was the easiest to turn over right to left from what we were testing with it. And compared to what we saw out of the Callaway and the TaylorMade, the Callaway was, I mean, just high and straight. It wanted to launch highest and spin most out of.
I was about to say, I found when I hit the Callaway, it had more spin than any of them.
So and that's really cool too, because I mean, that is a fairway finder machine, right? So I mean, for somebody that is, I mean, they're two opposite demographics of players. So you have somebody that has a ton of speed that needs another off the tee option and is looking for something that isn't going to roll out and get them in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And that Elyte Mini goes high, spins, lands soft.
It's also perfect for someone like you that has that doesn't generate a lot of spin, that needs to create spin.
Exactly.
Where I'm the inverse. I create a lot of spin and I need to remove some of my spin.
Sure. And and you also have the sleeve that you can now tinker with face, you can tinker with loft. So really cool design there.
Yep.
And then you have the TaylorMade option, which when this thing comes out, it's
bananas.
It's
people are going to go
super cool. Yeah,
ape
super cool. And for all of our TaylorMade friends out there, aesthetics, I mean, just chef's kiss. Mwah, love it.
Nailed it. Honestly, they've nailed every mini driver they've done.
This is true. Yeah, that burner mini, awesome. And this new offering, right there, same boat, killed it.
Yep.
It's super cool. But I mean, hitting those three side by side, I was impressed. The amount of separation, I mean, they are three very different golf clubs, and I mean, have a purpose for three very different players. And it was kind of cool. We did a follow-up test after testing those three side by side, where we took the GT280 and we kind of answered that question like, okay, where does this fit?
Yeah.
And Alex Carbone is one of our fitters at the Scottsdale studio, and he plays to about a 5 handicap. And he and I are very similar in the sense of kind of that low launch, low spin guy. So when we were doing our testing with Alex, he was hitting a GT2 10-degree driver head, and then did some testing with a GT2 3-wood, and then did some testing with a GT2 5-wood. And then we put the 280 into the mix, and we found that for Alex, being low launch, low spin guy, he actually had better gapping going driver, GT280, and then 5-wood.
Makes sense.
So he had better ball speed, better dispersion, and a little higher launch and a better spin window with the GT280 than he did with the GT3 would. So, I mean, there's so many opportunities to kind of fill gaps and see some different separations. So you're looking like, oh, well, I don't know if I should play a mini driver. It's worth testing.
Look, I agree. We all know that I have a mini issue. We all know this. It's
a mini issue.
Are you
compensating, Wade?
It's a bloody problem. Yeah, I'm 5'7". I'm just letting everyone know I'm small. It's a problem. It's a problem I didn't want to have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fair.
I was very happy being 3-wood, 5-wood guy.
Sure.
And now I've got 0 fairway woods in my bag. If you don't have one, and this is not me trying to make you go buy one. I'm just saying it's definitely something you should put in the bag. Even if it's gonna, this thing could replace your driver for certain courses you're going to play.
It absolutely could.
Like if I go up to Prescott and I play Stone Ridge, which is one of the tightest golf courses I've ever played.
Yeah.
I'm playing mini driver all day.
Sure.
Because I know I can poke it out there 270, 280 because we've got elevation up there. And that's all I need.
Yep.
But I can hit it dead straight every single time.
It's got a little extra spin, so there's more control.
Correct.
I mean, shaft length, you hang out between 43 and a half and 43 3/4.
Yep.
So you've got a little extra control there.
Like it just makes sense to, like, that's the other thing. Like, and I've spoken about this before. I know that you're only allowed 14 clubs in your bag, but you really should have about 18.
If you're traveling.
But whatever it is, just 18 that you can choose from, depending on condition, depending on where you're going, and all of that kind of stuff. But I highly recommend trying one of these out. But yeah, when I hit the 280, what I found out about the 280 felt like an elevated fairway wood to me. Okay. So it felt more like a 2-wood than a mini driver. It felt like if you're someone that hits down on the ball, it's going to be a lot easier for you to hit off the deck than a mini driver would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where if you're a sweeper, which I'm a sweeper of the ball, it's not hard for me to hit the mini driver off the deck. But I liked the look of the 2-wood a lot, meaning like it didn't look big, but it didn't look like a fairway wood.
That's fair. And I mean, it's 280 cc's, and compared to a lot of the other mini driver offerings, they're up over 300 cc's. Yep. So, I mean, they look like a miniature version of the corresponding driver. They look like the drivers from
20 years ago.
Exactly. Exactly. So, except for they are just on steroids with the amount of tech that they build into the new mini drivers.
The old mini drivers are Rocky 1, what Sylvester Stallone looked like in Rocky 1. The new mini drivers are what he looks like in Rocky 3, when the steroids kicked in.
Fair enough. And now people are going to be Googling that and going, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, good call, Wade. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Or you're going to have the defenders of the original and be like, no, man, Rocky 1 was it.
Yep. Don't talk about Sly like that. He never used steroids. Yes, he did.
Either way, they're all good movies.
Yeah.
And the mini drivers are, we said before, 2024, year of the driver. And when we were filming this mini driver test yesterday, I'm sitting there and I'm scratching my head, and it's like, all the drivers are good in 2025 too, but is 2025 the year of the mini driver?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, everybody's coming out with one.
PXG, TaylorMade, Titleist, Callaway.
Cobra's coming.
Cobra's been spotted. We haven't seen any release dates or anything like that, but it's been spotted.
Yep.
So that's 5 you got there. And then Ping don't have a mini driver, but they talk about their Thriver.
The Thriver, yeah.
Which is the max head in a 12 degree and in a shorter shaft length, which people I think are utilizing as well. And I mucked around with that when we were at Ping last year testing the 440 stuff, and it was pretty easy to hit.
I was going to say they're utilizing a full 460cc head, throwing it on a 3-wood shaft, and guys are just ripping it. I was watching Rocco and Johnny hit the Thriver over at the Proving Grounds, and I mean, all three of us are just laughing at this thing. And the fitters over back in the tour department in the Proving Grounds, like, you have no idea how many of these things we've built. And
so good.
Kent Notes, the tour rep from Ping, was like, oh yeah, I've built a ton of these for our guys. And I mean, we're just watching different players like just rip these off the turf and laughing at the numbers. And I mean, obviously a 460cc head and as high of an MOI platform as Ping has in their drivers this year. And the ball is just on a rope and super easy to hit. And do I see my skill level being able to utilize that? And probably not. I don't swing it fast enough.
A thriver or a mini driver?
A thriver.
Okay,
I don't produce enough just natural launch with my swing characteristics to really benefit from a mini driver anywhere other than off the tee.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, I hit it and I'm still like sub 2,000 RPMs and they're just like, oh yeah, okay, give that back. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, watching people with the appropriate skill level and appropriate dynamics hit it, I mean, it was just comical how straight and stable and consistent the ball flight was. I know that I am just a weird little person that sits over in a niche.
Everyone has their thing, man.
Oh yeah.
You are probably one of the better putters I've seen.
I appreciate
in
that.
a very, very long time. And I can't pick up any putter and roll it. It has to be very specific for me. You can pick up any putter and roll it.
That's fair.
So everyone's got their thing where I can pick up any mini driver and hit it.
Yeah, you can. We saw that when we were doing the PXG secret weapon test.
Oh my gosh, that thing's a bullet, man.
It's so good.
That's a bullet.
And the pictures that we've seen circulating from Cobra, they had a label maker that just had the name, the Deuce.
Yeah.
And I love that name. I can understand why you can't bring Deuce to the market, but man, I wish they would.
Yeah, I know.
Mike Yagley, we need a limited edition Deuce mini driver for Wade and I. Just
make them for us and send them over, and we'll
we need the fully equipped Deuce.
There you go. FED.
Yes, I love that. It's the Fed.
Wait, Mike, I know you're listening. Text us straight away. The Fed.
The Fed. Yep. But I still want Deuce on mine.
So that's fine.
Absolutely.
It's all good.
You can do FE and then Deuce. Wade, we're talking about all of the new stuff coming. And I got to tell you that your relentless bullying, I have changed my shoe game.
Yes, you have.
And I've upped my shoe game, but I notice nice schnazzy t-shirt you got going on there. Where'd you pick that up?
Got a little fully equipped logo on my t-shirt over here. I went to shop.golf.com. Went to the fully equipped side, and we've done a partnership with a company called T-Commerce. Basically, they are a manufacturing company on demand where you can pick your different brands that are on there. This is a Lululemon t-shirt.
Nice.
And they'll put the fully equipped logo on your shirt for you. So I just went to shop.golf.com, searched around for stuff that I was looking for, landed on this Lululemon t-shirt, which I grabbed a couple of them of. I'm a big jeans and t-shirt guy.
Never would have guessed that.
And picked my size. Logo was already on there, so they already showed you what it was going to look like. Added to cart, pushed by, and I think it took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to come because everything's on demand. It's not printed, ready to ship out. But yeah, went to shop.golf.com, went to check out all their stuff. As I said, got this Lululemon t-shirt, and it's really easy and painless. It's on Shopify, so if you've already got like a Shopify account, it's one-click purchase when you get to the cart. Super easy. As I said, came in about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Nice. And I mean, stitching looks really good on
honestly, it's A++. I was very pleased when I got them.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm still waiting on mine, but when they get here, absolutely going to be rocking
some. It took me 6 weeks to 6 weeks after I purchased.
I was indecisive. I was trying to figure out what I was going to get to match my new shoe game, and I'm trying to be a lot more conscious about what I wear. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
And
Erica,
sure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is shop.golf.com, and then just choose fully equipped, and you can go on and get whatever you want. And if you do get something, please post it, tag us, and we'll repost it on our Instagram as well.
Love that.
And then so big week in regards to mini big week, or big mini week. But then also next week, it all begins. The season opener, the Masters.
Masters. I actually get to go for...
I'm so excited for. I've never been. I'm so excited.
I've never been.
I'm jealous of you in the best way.
I get to go, and it's not even work related. I had a really dear friend of mine give me an opportunity to go to practice round Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and those are the rounds that I'm most excited to go and see in person. I
Yeah.
want to see the par 3. I want to see the honorary starters. I want to go and walk the grounds when it's a little bit more relaxed. The players are engaging. I get to go with my stepdad, so there is the family component. Obviously, he's never been either, and I got him into golf and kind of started his golf journey.
Yeah.
So being able to share this experience with him, I'm super stoked for it.
So cool, man.
And we're going to go down a couple days early, and we're going to play Atlanta Athletic Club. We're going to play Eastlake. So I get to kind of expose the Bobby Jones legacy to him at Eastlake. The clubhouse at Eastlake is basically a shrine and memorial to all things Bobby Jones.
So cool.
So he's going to get an opportunity to experience that before we go to Augusta National, which is obviously the just crown jewel for Bobby Jones. And I'm so stoked, man. It's going to be a great trip, and can't wait to go.
Me too. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get back and tell us the stories of how it was, and I can't wait to see what swag you come back with, because I feel like you're going to just waste so much money in the stores there.
It's not a waste.
Sorry. I feel like you're going to spend so much money in the stores.
Yeah, I mean, the entire trip is going to be sponsored by Visa and MasterCard, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm going to be paying it off for the next 14 years at 22% interest, and I'm going to love the fact that I'm doing it.
Unless you sell your swag head covers.
Yeah. I mean, Bettinardi's making a push.
I think you should make the switch. I love Bettinardi.
I love their putters. I am loving the head cover offerings that they are putting out more recently. Talking to some of the guys over at Betty, Sam Bettinardi is going to be joining us on the show.
Yep, it's going to be fun to chat to him about what's going on over there.
So week after the Masters, Sam is going to be joining us and talking about anything and everything, all things Bettinardi and what's coming down the pipeline. And I have a set of the Bettinardi irons. I have a set of wedges coming. And as we just talked about earlier in this show, I'm a huge fan of their putters. So, I mean, there could be a changing of the guard.
Okay.
It's entirely possible. I
think we're going to Chicago, I think, to kind of meet up with them at one point and kind of go through their facility. I think that'll be a lot of fun to see what they've got going on over there and see their facility, how they fit, all of that kind of stuff, and go from there.
They have a new facility, and I've already heard rumblings. So a couple of friends that I have in the industry that have gone through and gone and done the experience over there have already kind of dangled the carrot a little bit.
Yeah.
So I am super excited to go to Chicago, hang out with our buddy Carmen and the True Spec Chicago studios, and then also have this Bettinardi experience.
Heck yeah. Okay, back to the Masters though.
Back to the Masters.
So that starts next week. You're going, excited, jealous, all of the above. Okay. What are your predictions for Masters? Who have you got? If you've got 3 people that you can kind of go, and we can say the same person if we want to, but who's your like, I think they're going to win, who's your dark horse, and who does your heart tell you want to win?
Oh man, dark horse. Oh. It's hard to ever say anything negative about Rory at Augusta National. I don't know if he's going to win, but he always plays well, and he's been in contention several times, had the 54-hole lead several times. I mean, he's got a lot of positive momentum coming off of the Players. And
he played really well last week too.
Yeah. And I could see him having a really, really good showing. And just as a golf fan, I would love to see him complete like the career Grand Slam, right?
So is that dark horse or is that heart?
Heart.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
heart is Rory.
Yeah, I would love to see Rory win that event and just kind of get that monkey off his back and go, I did it. You know, because he's definitely in shape with his game currently to be able to pull that off.
Okay. Dark horse?
I can't even call it a dark horse. I mean, I would love to see, I know we've talked about Jason Day several times, and he's been playing well.
Yep.
I would love to see him come out and have a great showing at the Masters. I mean, my gut is telling me that one of the live guys is going to walk away with it.
Okay.
So who? I don't know. We've got Brooks.
Cam. Yako.
You can't say anything negative about Bryson.
Yako Nieminen.
Yeah, that guy.
who Phil Mickelson says the number one golfer in the world.
And you have John Rahm.
Rambo. There's a lot. I think that's what I'm most excited for, to be honest with you. Apart from it's the Masters, is getting to see everyone together again.
Yeah, and there's so many of like my favorite players. We haven't even talked about Scheffler.
Right.
I mean, Scotty around Augusta.
Oh my God. Did you see his back nine last week on Sunday?
Yes.
It was like, I felt so sorry for Minwoo. Like, I'm so glad Minwoo won. Aussie, oi, oi. Like, congratulations to my fellow Australian.
Sure.
And so good he got the monkey off his back to win his first PGA Tour tournament. But like,
it was only a matter of time. He hits it too good. How
scary would that be, just to see the leaderboard and you're like, I had a 5-shot lead. Now it's 4. Now it's 3. Scotty, stop. Scotty, stop.
Scotty doesn't know.
But I will say, before I get into my picks, I thought it was so hilarious when Minwoo for his tap-in did aim point.
That was fantastic.
That was so good. And did you see Scotty's reaction when watching the clubhouse? I thought that was so just on brand. And I love that he did it.
I do too.
So much. I love that he did it so much. And I love that everyone got it versus giving him shit about it.
It was hilarious.
So Masters-wise for me.
Yep.
My heart is Jason Day.
Okay.
I love Jason Day. He's my favorite Australian golfer.
Sure. It's you can't not like Jason.
You can't. And I'm sorry, Jason, that if you get sick or injured after I said this, because last time I said that you were going to win something or have a chance, you got sick. So I apologize if that happens again.
And if that happens, you're not allowed to ever say anything about Jason.
I will keep his name out my effing mouth, all right?
As you should. As you should. If not, I will happily Will Smith slap you.
My dark horse is Rory.
Okay.
And even though I know he's going in as a favorite and all of that kind of stuff, I think he's got so many demons going on in between the ears.
Sure. He just needs a few extra practice swings.
To me, right. That to me, he's more of a dark horse than anything, because I don't think he's meant to win.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You just think that the deck is kind of stacked against him as far as
I think he puts
the universe in general?
I think he's got so much pressure on himself to try to win it that it's just going to be so hard for him.
All right.
And then I personally think that Scotty Scheffler is going to win again.
You think Scotty's going to win again? Okay.
I think his game is rounding up from when he cut his finger. Last week on Sunday, he just looked back.
Looked like Scotty.
He just looked back.
That's fair.
And he just plays that golf course so well.
Yes, he does.
Who would I like to see win? I add that little nugget in there. I would like to see an Australian win. Not because I'm Australian. It's not me being a homer.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want Adam Scott to be the only Australian golfer that has won the Masters.
Okay. I mean, that's
I just
fair.
want there to be multiple. And I would love to see Day or Smith win.
I like it.
If Smith is putting well, he's going to be hard to beat.
I mean, I think with the firepower that is coming into Augusta from the Live crew,
mm-hmm.
I think the leaderboard is going to look a little different than what we have become kind of accustomed to on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So I think that some of the Live players are coming back with a little bit of a vengeance.
Okay, so you get to pick one Live player, and I get to pick one Live player who we think is going to win. Go.
I got to go John Rahm.
Okay, I'm going to go DeChambeau.
Okay, fair enough. There it is. I like it.
Bryson, Scotty, Rory, Day. Hopefully Cam Smith.
Hopefully Cam Smith. You just like too many players. That's it. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, if they were all on the one tour, it'd make it easier, but they're not.
No.
Anywho, so I think that about wraps it up for us. Really fun to have you back in the studio, mate. If anyone wants to follow us on our socials, Kris, they are?
X, we are at fully_equipped, and Instagram, we are at fully_equipped_golf.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to check out that Le Josie putter that I was talking about, go to the Fully Equipped Instagram or my Instagram page and check it out. But other than that, have a great week and happy Masters Week Eve.
That's it. We'll see you next time.
Peace.